jealous. I want to start off with Zephaniah chapter 3, and this is a shout. Serve him with one how the European image of Christ went worldwide. I want to start off with Zephaniah chapter 3, and this is a shout out to my BBHI. What does BBHI stand for? Bum Black Hebrew Israelites. That's right. I'm starting with you, bum Black Hebrew Israelites. Zephaniah 3 verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. You get some dumb Black Hebrew Israelites that say that happened already. Did that happen already? Because I still see the militaries of the world in full force and full effect. Okay? I didn't see the Lord return and destroy these armies of the world. When did this happen? Where in history did this happen? It did not happen yet. So what's going to happen at the time when the Lord does that? Watch the next verse. For then, what do you mean for then? Meaning at the time when he smites some armies of the world, for then will I turn to the people of pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. Why do we need to serve the Lord with one consent? But you know what, before I get to that part, we can't skip over the part, for then will I turn to the people of pure language. What does that imply? It implies that the Hebrews of today is not pure. It is not pure. You got your Sephardic form of Hebrew, you got your Germanic form of Hebrew, okay? You got an Aramaic form of Hebrew, and then you got your Negro form of Hebrew. So, let's read that again. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord to serve him with one consent. Why do we need to call upon the name of the Lord with one consent? The Lord wants us all to say the same thing. So in today's day and age, what do you have? Regarding the name of the Father, quote unquote, you got Yahweh is one, you got Yahweh is number two. Then you got Yuhewah, they have heard that one. You have another one that says Ahaya Ashara Ahai, which is I am that I am. Okay? So, what about the Lord Christ? What about the Son of God? You got Yahweh Shai, you got Yahshua, you got Yehoshua, you got did I say Yahushua? I see Yahushua. What else is there? But these are the names that pop to my mind right now. Okay? So
Alright, Shalom Akim. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is the true, holy, and powerful name of the Most High, his Son. If the Most High, who the world ignorantly calls God, and his Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And as you see, what's going on nowadays is you have a lot of you got a lot of demons, okay, trying to cast doubt upon us. And as you see, this guy, Bishop Nathaniel of the IURC, he's definitely, as he said, he made sure he made sure for one, he spoke about the Black Hebrew Israelites, and for two, he cast doubt upon the names, the Hebrew names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, he said especially, did I say Yahweh Shai? Oh, I said Yahweh Shai. Who's the ones that push Yahweh Shai? Okay, Great Millstone and the ones that follow. So, like the Apostle Tahar, he raised the question, BHI, what is that all about? Because the scriptures speak about how there's a time for everything. Just grab that. Slocky, I got so much on the phone. Now the shit don't want to come up. 1 second. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. So it says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. And this just goes to show the world what we've been saying the whole time, man. You know, that this guy is, he's set up, okay? You know, which he wasn't always speaking against the name at that. You know, he actually did a video that I'm pretty sure most of Israel saw, if not all, that Nate actually did a video breaking down the names Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, breaking them down in the Hebrew, showing you the Hebrew characters. Now all of a sudden, it's Negro Hebrew. All right, spoken by the bum black Hebrew Israelites. You see, and hey, we in the end. We're in the end of Esau's rulership, and this goes to prove just that. Because in the end, not in the end, what will happen? The scriptures tell us that in the end, everything should be made manifest. The prophecies that the Lord spoke about, and one of the prophecies that were written, okay, how you have, it says, many false prophets shall arise, Matthew 24 and 11, and shall deceive many. All right. Slack. Actually, I'm going to start at verse 9. Okay. I'll start up, just to read into it. So I'll start at verse 6. Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Okay. We've been hearing of wars. World War I happened. World War II happened. But that's what, that was 80 years ago. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines. Okay, there's great famines happening now. Of course, there were always famines in particular parts of the world, but now it's more obvious. It's actually famines happening in so-called established countries. Over here in America, there's a famine brewing up. And pestilences, okay, the COVID-19, that's considered a pestilence, a pandemic. Okay, the famines, I was just thinking of how you had the something called Farmageddon, to where it was droughts, to where or floods over there in the Midwest. That was just last year, 2 years ago, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. So in the midst of these things, the scriptures say, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sakes. So as we see the series of things happening, you can basically check the list off. One of the things is that we, the Hebrew Israelites, which whether he believes it or not, he's considered a black Hebrew Israelite. Okay? And one thing about the Hebrew Israelites, as Esau likes to categorize us as a black Hebrew Israelite group. And one of the reasons is because we are supposed to be looked at as dangerous. When you think of a black group, you think of what? A black militant militia group, right? So now I want to go into what was known as the COINTELPRO. All right, simple Google search. It says the COINTELPRO, derived from Counterintelligence Program 1956 to 1979 and beyond, is a series of covert and illegal projects conducted by the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, discrediting, and disrupting American political organizations. FBI records show that COINTELPRO resources targeted groups and individuals that the FBI deemed subversive, including so us who go against, the New World Order, who are against the chipping of the masses, we would be considered what? Subversive, including feminist organizations. Oh, you could put in Black Lives Matter for that. The Communist Party, anti-Vietnam organizers, activists of the Civil Rights Movement or Black Power Movement. Okay? So when you call us the Black Hebrew Israelites, and which is ridiculous because he knows, which we all, we all, for the most part, say what? That the Hebrew Israelites are so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So why is he calling us Black Hebrew Israelites? You got to ask yourself that. Okay? And if these other groups, that he tries to divide himself or section himself off from, if they're speaking the same message as him, if they're speaking at the Hebrew Israelites are Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, so-called, then he will be considered a Black Hebrew Israelite. But hey, that Jake and their mom, they don't think too far down the block. Okay? But this is Ecclesiastes 10 and 11. All right? So it says, surely the serpent will bite without enchantment, and a babbler is no better. The words of a wise man's mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. Okay? So this man is speaking mischievous madness. All right? And for those who don't know, which is another reason why I wanted to cue this video that the Apostle Tahar made, is because the comment board. The comment board is very edifying. Which, just pointing out the picture, if you would, that's already or pointing out the painting that's already on the wall. So this guy Raphael Israel. Well, you know what? I want to get the elder Yashawambas first. Let's see. It says, something is definitely up with Bishop. He must have got a call. Why is he so dead set on telling Jake that the mark is not the chip, but won't tell them not to put the chip in them? Take the vaccine and to call on God and Jesus. That is fishy. And I totally agree. And we already know what it is, us in the spirit. But we do these lessons hopefully to edify and open up the elect that may be amongst the IUIC. The elect that are amongst them. So it says this guy Raphael Israel. So it says what's going on is that there's a lot of people in his congregation who are listening to you, which is obvious. This is why he pointed out the name Yahushai was a misinterpretation of Jesus. And they're seeing that the mark of the beast is in the vaccine, the microchip. So Bishop is trying to tarnish your name and reputation in order to deter the people in his congregation from the truth. So those were two potent comments that I saw. I didn't really read through, but we see what's going on, man. So they want to make this long, man. Just proving again, that we in the end, and that hey, man, these false pastors are going to show their hand. It's important for us to what? To just, like the scriptures say, the patient in spirit is better than a proud in spirit. Just remain patient, all right, and build on our most holy faith. So with that, shalom to the elect.